What's it been like for you taking over this program and just everything that comes along with the day in and day out operations of being a head coach now?
I feel like the head coaching stuff is starting to like slow down all the junk that is awful about being a head football coach. And it feels like now that coming into July, I'm starting to think I feel like a football coach and that stuff. So it's been an unbelievable challenge. I wake up every morning, I'm like, man, my mind's buzzing. I'm just like, what am I doing it right? What am I missing? I know I'm making mistakes constantly, but it feels like I'm coming out of the fog, and it's football time.
Well, you're not alone. I think all told, we had about 20 coaching changes in our area, at least that we cover. And I've talked with a lot today about just what are some of the things that caught you off guard, like, wow, I wasn't expecting this as a head coach.
It's just all finances.
Really?
All the financial stuff, all the budget, all the equipment, all of that type of stuff is the worst part of being a head football coach. And once you kind of can get through that and make sure, hey, I'm not going to do anything that's going to get me fired or get me, put in jail. As long as you get all that stuff taken care of, then it's cool to be able to set a culture and be able to lead dudes from the top. And I've never been able to do that, but that's a cool challenge.
Who have been a few of the guys that you've been excited about, whether it was expected or maybe surprise players that have popped up? Who are a few guys that you've seen that have really kind of caught y'all's eye as a staff?
Yeah, so the one guy that had gotten a lot of love and kind of guys know about him is Max Hole. He's an offensive lineman. I think he's an FCS football player. I told a bunch of the coaches coming in and recruiting, I was like, hey, just hold up. I don't know if I can. We'll see if we can stand on the table for him. They watch him practice. And when the first day, I started calling all the FCS coaches like, hey, we were recruiting him at UC Davis. That's for sure. So Max Hull's been awesome. He can flip the switch. Smart cat, big frame. Tawan, he's here with us, a running back. He's been great. Tristan Mullins, a great leader. We've got some guys, younger cats. This junior class has really been good. Nate Thomas, he's a young wide receiver, got a little love, got a little playing time last year. And Rolando Phillips. Those are some dudes that really stood out. But we had a young group of dudes, just like a lot of teams. Yeah. But a lot of those guys have learned, they've grown since day one of spring ball, and we're excited about a lot of them.
I'm sure the quarterback position is one that y'all day in and day out are developing and working on. A veteran left the program last year. Where does that competition stand, or kind of what are you guys looking at quarterback right now?
Yeah, so right now it's between junior Maddox Cup and Nolan Brain, who's a senior basketball player, Mason's little brother. Yeah. Max is coming off of a little bit of an injury coming off in the offseason. He wasn't able to throw in the spring, so Nolan jumped in there and was like, hey, I'll play a little bit coming out of basketball. And Nolan was awesome in the spring. Max has come back, and we are in a good spot at quarterback right now. Really good spot, as good as you're going to get probably in high school as far as depth goes. Now we got to get that third and fourth guy going, and we got a third one really good right now that's growing there. But we got to, we're going to be a quarterback-driven program now. And quarterback's going to be a big deal for South-Doyle. We're going to throw the football a lot, and so we got to continue to build that depth. But I love our quarterback room right now.
Last thing with you, what were the difficulties, or if there were any, of building a staff? Making sure you get right guys that are capable and that you're confident in.
Yeah, just getting back, and I had a couple of the guys I knew I was getting on. It's trying to build those relationships and find out just character, and find out the guys that are going to love kids well and teach kids well. I didn't have a huge network coming back, and so I think that was the biggest thing, is just trying to build a little bit more of a network this first year. I think it'll be easier coming forward, but I love our staff, man. We got 8 assistant coaches that are bought into the program. Some of them from the old regime, some of them new. I think it's a nice balance. They're great teachers. They love kids well. So I couldn't be any more pleased with our coaching staff.